What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome to Astroneer. I haven't played this game in quite some time. Well, we did live stream it a few days ago, but yeah, that was like 8 hours and we didn't get too far. But yeah, I've been wanting to get back into this game for a long time because there's been a lot of updates since the last time that I played. Well, since I played religiously, or I played for a while. There was a lot of stuff that wasn't in the game. Now the game has a storyline, it has an ending, it has a bunch of new stuff in it that I don't know about, and I'd love to get back into it and see just what all they've added to the game. So let's go ahead and choose our suit. Now we got our exosuit. Skinny ass legs, not a fan of that one. We got the bubble suit, which is kind of cool. Flight suit, which is my favorite. Bio suit. I hate the skinny legs. And then a retro suit. I think I'm just going to stick with the flight suit. We do have some other suits that we actually... Wow, that one's weird. We do have some other flight suits that we can open up, but we have to unlock those. And what is it to unlock this one? Visania Awakened. So we have to awaken Visania for that. I've never done that before, so it's going to be eventful trying to figure out how that all goes. So let's go ahead and select the flight suit. That's my favorite. And start new game. Confirm these settings and start your adventure. Yes. Now we got to see where we're going to land. So the planets are procedural. All the planets are the same, but the terrain on those planets is procedural. So you never know what you're going to get. Actually, might be a good spot. We have a hole that goes down in the cave, it looks like right there. But I don't see... Oh, we got copper. Yeah, these right here, this is malachite, I think, to make copper. But I'm not seeing... Oh, there's resin. And there's some compound over there. So we're starting out pretty good. Unfortunately, it is dark. But let's go ahead and hit F and get this started. Cool. Alright, so this right here is our habitat. And it will flatten out the terrain around the habitat for us. So when we start building bases and we flatten out the terrain, this is going to be helpful for getting us that flat area. I'll probably build over into this area so I can also collect some of that soil. This over here is our landing pad. Right now we don't have ourselves a shuttle, so we really don't have a use for it, but in the beginning, if we hit F, and we need to grab our initial cargo drop. Initialized cargo drop. Our first cargo drop. Now, this will give us a few items that we are going to need in order to survive right in the beginning. The first one is an RTG. Let's put it right there for right now. Or it's not an RTG, it's an Oxygenator. What am I thinking? Alright, so the Oxygenator gives us oxygen. It also allows us to be able to tether to the base. So we put that right there. Now, the tether, if you look at the line that's going from my character to the base, that is the tether. If I move away, that tether will go away, which means I'll start losing oxygen and power. If we look on our suit, can I bring... There we go. So this is our backpack. This is everything we need. This is our inventory. Our oxygen is right up here, and our power is right here. Now, when it comes to inventory, we have a few different places. Let's also bring out our gun, hit E. So right here, we have 4 inventory slots. Over here, we have another 4. Up on these little things up here, there are another 2. And on the gun, there are 3. So that's 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 to start out with. So what we need to do is we need to keep an eye on our power and our oxygen. Now later on we'll be able to build tether bundles which will allow us to extend the tether so we can go out further. Over here, where is it? Right here. This right here is an RTG. We can't actually grab that and move it, so it stays on this station. Now that will give us infinite power, but the level of power is pretty low. So later on we'll have to come up with more power when we start building. So first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and grab, we got a platform, figure out where we're going to put that. Let's put it over here. So rotate is C and V, so let's, oh no, this way. We'll set it right there. Go ahead and unpackage it. Alright, so as I said, we do have power from the RTG, but it's not coming to this platform. What we need to do is connect it, so we'll grab the cable right here, and we'll just connect it there. Alright, right here we have ourselves a medium printer, which we won't be using for a minute, but it's good to have. So if we go and hit tab, this is our research. Now this is very helpful to know. Right here, this is where we can unlock all the stuff we don't have yet. Now if we keep scrolling through, we can see some of the items. Up here is very important. This you need to keep an eye on. So there are different tabs for different size printers. Everything in this tab right here is stuff that we can print in our suit. Our suit does have a printer. Let's go ahead and bring up the backpack, and down here is the suit printer. Now of course we do need the research or the resources to print this stuff, but we'll get that later on. So if we go back into tab, this one is for the small printer, which we need to make. All this stuff is for the medium printer, and all of this is for the large printer, which is going to take a little while. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and build ourselves everything we need in our suit. Oh, we need resources. So what we need to find to start out with, we need resin and compound, which we do have over there. That is resin. This yellow macaroni looking stuff, that's resin. Now later on, like I said, we will need research, which we can get from either little stuff like this, which you'll find out throughout the planet. Actually, they're on all planets. Or you can grab these things right here. So these are research items. What we need is we need a, what is it called? A research chamber, I think it's called. Right now we don't have one, so let's go ahead and just throw that over there. Let's grab some O2. Grab some oxygen. There we go. Now it's filling back up. And yeah, I think there was another one over here we can grab. See. No, there's also compound over there as well. Let's go ahead and grab this one real quick. Now this stuff right here, the bubble looking stuff, that is compound. That's what we need. These plants, I think if we dig underneath them, we might be able to find research. Nope. But when they do explode, we can get these little pieces where we can go ahead and research those as well. Only gives us like 26, but it's better than nothing. Sometimes you will find one of the research that we need to put in the research chamber underneath them. But these ones, oh, it also gave us seeds too. So yeah, there's 2 seeds. I'm not going to grab those. Go ahead and get this little guy. Alright, we need to grab oxygen real quick. Alright, so the little bush where we got the research from over by the resin, I think if we dig underneath that, we might be able to find something like this. Let's go ahead and give that a shot real quick. So we got resin, there it is. So that's the bush. Let's dig underneath it and see if we can find a research item underneath it. Not every one has a research item, but some of them do. Okay, that one did not. Alright, let's try the one that was over here by those plants. I think it was this one sticking out. Let's dig underneath that and see if we can find a... Oh, yep, we did. Research item. Go ahead and grab that. Hold down shift and left click. And you just pick it right up. Alright, let's see if we can get back to base. Oh, we started sliding. There we go. So yeah, you can slide in this game, which makes you travel a little bit faster, but anything you're holding, you drop. So there we go. Now we got 2 research items. Like I said, the first thing we're going to need is tethers, so that way we can go and explore a little bit. So let's go over here and grab a bunch of that compound so we can go ahead and make the tethers. All we need to do is just come up to it and start digging down. Now, if you look at your cursor, you'll notice that it says right there, compound. It will actually tell you if there is any compound in the area, or whatever item might be below the ground that you can't see. Makes that a whole lot easier. Right now we're also grabbing some of the plants as well. That is organic. Later on we'll be using that for power. There is a generator, a small generator you can get in the game. There's also some other ones. But you get the small generator, put organic in it, and it will give you some more power. Alright, now that we got some compound, we got enough. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I forgot those guys do that. If you walk over them, they just kick you up in the air. I think they damage you too, or they can kill you, but I'm not 100% certain. We're back at the base. Barely made it. I almost suffocated and died. That would have been bad. Alright, but now that we have some compound, let's go ahead and make ourselves some tethers. We'll go ahead and make 2 for right now. Now the next thing we need to go ahead and grab is the resin. Yeah, we'll just make 2. That's fine. That's good enough. Alright, so as we go out and the tether disappears, all we do is hit T. That'll put down an extension for the tether. So just keep walking. When it disappears, hit T. Come out to the resin. Oh, nope. That one, I was too far. We'll go ahead and just place it right there. And we'll probably need one more. Let's just put one right here. Now we can go ahead and grab all this resin. There might also be a research underneath. Nope, no research. That's alright. So the icons do change from the different types of resources you can find. So the icon on our cursor. So as you can see right here, there is nothing underneath this ground, but if we move it over here, it's showing us that there is resin right there. Also, keep an eye on the shape of the icon. That shows you what resource that is. Later on, that will be very important. Alright, I think that's... How many more spaces we got? We got 2 more. Let's go ahead and fill that up. Grab as much resin as we can. We'll have to grab more later on, but this will get us a good start. There we go. I think we're full. Yep, we're full. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is at some point we are going to have to build ourselves a base. We're going to need a lot of room, and it would make it a whole lot easier if the terrain was flat. Now, we can do that, but in order to do that, what we're going to need is a canister. So let's see, let's go ahead and just drop some resources real quick. That way we can open up some slots. Alright, that's an oxygen filter. That gives us a little bit of oxygen. Not going to worry about that. There we go, small canister. Now, what the small canister does is you can fill that up with soil. So whenever you dig the terrain, it will actually start filling up that canister. Keep an eye on the middle button right there. Let's go ahead and get rid of some resources real quick. Because another thing we see is I see copper over there. I think it's called malachite. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's just go ahead and drop everything. Open up some inventory space. There we go. So yeah, if we go ahead and pull out our tool, keep an eye on the canister that is in that corner right there of our backpack. And as we dig, that canister will start filling up. So now that we got some soil on us, what we need to do is try to flatten stuff out. So let me see. Let me pull it up. As you can see, we're a little bit more than halfway full. So what I want to do now is I want to try to flatten out the terrain going that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our cursor over here to the gray where it is already flat. Hit C twice and it changes our cursor to that. Now what we can do is hold down the left mouse button and we just flatten out the terrain around our base. What that will do is it'll allow us to make a nice flat base later on. We're going to need a whole lot of room. So this is going to be extremely helpful. So we just move forward. Now, as you're trying to flatten out, this will also pick up resources at the same time. Not only that, but you can not only can you flatten out the floor, you can also flatten out sideways. So if I try to find like this, I could flatten out a wall. Some people have used that for building bases. I don't really use it. Let's go ahead and... Are you the right one? Yeah, we need to go ahead and get rid of this little floater right here. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this terrain so we can continue flattening out. Another thing you need to keep in mind is the color of the terrain. We need oxygen. So as you can see, the terrain is green and there's some brown over there, but now over here you'll see some white or light gray. That's because we actually had to lift up the terrain in that spot. That's why you see all this gray. That's why we need the canister in order to flatten things out. So let's go back to flatten and continue flattening stuff out. This is going to take me a minute. Alright, so we got ourselves a little section flattened out. That's going to help us with base building. Of course, we will have to extend that a little bit later on, but right now that should be good enough. So a few things we're going to need. First, like I said, we need to unlock some stuff. We need to unlock a lot. The first thing, let me see if I can find it. So this is the medium printer. We need to unlock this right here, which is the smelting furnace. The reason we need to unlock that is because we need more light. Light is going to be extremely helpful. We got ourselves, let me see if I can find it. Right. Oh, there it was. The work light. The work light requires copper. Copper is that up there. But that is actually, I think it's called malachite. Let's go up there and see if I can figure out what that's called. Bring out our dig tool and put it right over top of it. Is it going to tell me? Do I have to get closer? It's not going to tell me. Alright, let's fill up on it. So another thing you need to keep in mind with the terrain is you see this stuff right here, how it's kind of gray and it has these little designs in it. That means that is stone, it's not just soil. Which means it's going to be a whole lot more difficult to dig out. Later on we can get ourselves a mod which will allow us to dig that out a little bit easier. Alright, now we got some of that. Yeah, it was malachite. Okay. Malachite. Now we know. Now that we got that, we actually grabbed a couple of them. What we need to do is we need to be able to make that. Which means we need ourselves a printer. Or not a printer, the smelter. Now, in order to unlock it, we also need 250 bytes, which we don't have. Which means we're going to have to do some research. Which means we need this, the research chamber. We're also going to need a platform for that as well. So let's see what that's going to be. I think the platform I make on the medium printer. Alright, that's a large printer. There's the research chamber. It's 1 resin and 2 compound to make that. And I have no idea what the EXO request platform is. We'll have to work with that a little bit. Alright, so this is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need a large platform A. For that, I need 2 resin. So hold down shift, left click. There we go. Now we can print it. The items will go onto the printer, which I always thought was kind of cool. And it will go ahead and print that out for us. But as you can see, the printer is going pretty damn slow. What we need is we need ourselves a small generator. Small canister, small generator, there it is. What does it take? Compound. Let's go ahead and grab that real quick and we'll get that printed. Now what that does, if we put it on the base, we'll put it right here. What that does is it takes organic, which we have here, and then if we just click on this little ghost right here, it puts the organic on the generator and that produces power. Now, right in the beginning, that's going to be the best way of getting power, and as you can see, the printer is now going faster. So it might be kind of useful to go ahead and print out a couple of those. Alright, let's get these out of the way because I need room for this platform. And then we're going to need ourselves a research chamber. Trying to make room for the platform. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to line this platform up with the other one. How we do that is V or C to rotate. Try to line it up the best I can. I think right there, maybe. And then we'll go ahead and unpackage it. Now, of course, that will also need to plug in. So let's grab the cable and plug it right in. Next thing we're going to need is we need a research chamber, which is right there. We need 1 resin and 2 compounds. So let's grab those. And now we can print it. Alright, so our generator is about to run out of organic. So what we need to do is we need to go around to some of the plants and grab some more organic. Grab as much as we can, because we're going to be using up a lot of it. Especially when we start printing other things. Alright, so there's 2. Oh, we got another research here. Let's see if we can find a research thing underneath it. Nope, there wasn't one underneath it. Damn, that sucks. Right in the beginning, you could use all the research you can get. Alright, so there's 3. That's 3 for right now. We'll stick with that. Alright, let's go and get 1 put in now. There we go. Now, the cool thing about the tethers is you could also use the platforms as oxygen, because not only does it connect the power, these plugs right here, the wires, or the cable, what is it called? Cable plug? Not only does that connect the power, it also connects the oxygen. So now we can tether out from that platform. Alright, we got a research chamber. Let's go ahead and put that on there and unfold. Or unbox, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's backwards. Let's pick it up. Hit V. There we go. Now what we need to do is grab one of these research items. Put it right up there. Hit F on this little display. So this research item right here is going to give us 450 bytes. And it's going to take 11 minutes? Really? Oh no, it's only going to take 5 because we have the generator. If we were only using the RTG, it would take twice as long. But yeah, with the small generator, it's not so bad. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to go ahead and wait for that to do the research. What we're trying to unlock is, nope, not that one. That one, the smelter. So we need 250, right now we have 170. So we'll go ahead and wait for that so we can make the smelter and get ourselves a work light. And there we go, we got ourselves enough research. And I also found another research item. I went looking around and I found one more, this guy right here. So what we need to do now is we need to go ahead and make that smelter. I just need to see what do we need to build it. So we go to the medium printer and find the smelter. There it is, smelting furnace. We need 2 more resin. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So smelter, there it is. Let's go ahead and exit out. And we need 2 resin. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and print that one out. Now, in the meantime, while we're waiting on that to print, we are going to need more power because not only do we have the research chamber running, but we're also going to have the furnace running. Another thing I'm going to need is we are going to need another platform as well for the smelter. So I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff printed out. When we get back, we'll see if we can't make ourselves some copper ingots. Alright, now that we got ourselves a platform and the furnace, let's go ahead and unbox the platform. Go ahead and put it right here. Plug it in. And let's grab our smelter, we'll put it on top. There we go. Let's unbox it. Now we can go ahead and turn, what was it? Malachite, right? Yep. We go ahead and put the malachite right here. And now we can take that malachite once we turn on the furnace, and that will make us a copper ingot. So if you look at it, you'll notice that the malachite is starting to go down, and this ingot right here coming out of the furnace is going up. That is our copper. We're gonna need, oh no, I got some resin, I got some organics on me. We're gonna need that power though. So yeah, you're gonna be using up a lot of organics for all this. But we'll get some more later on. Actually, I do need some more. That was my last one. Alright, we do have one copper done though, so let's go ahead and grab that. We'll go into our backpack and see the backpack printer. And see if we can't find the light. Oh, this is going to be so much better. Ah, there we go. Now, the reason we're going to need the work light is the next thing I want to unlock is the soil centrifuge. That's going to be very helpful. But in order to make that, we're going to need aluminum, which means we need to go into caves. We're going to be going underground. Let's go ahead and unlock that. So yeah, underground is going to be extremely dark because there is no sunlight. And luckily, we have ourselves a ramp that goes down into a cave right here. Looks like it goes down. Let's actually go check it out. I need to also build tethers. So this is not going to go all the way down. Well, we're going to have to dig. Oh, no, it does. Hold on. It keeps going down. Oh, there's a drop off. I need to build a ramp to go down there. So I need to go ahead and build a ramp down there. Next episode, we need to go find ourselves, I forget what it's called, to make aluminum so we can make the soil centrifuge. God, English. To make the soil centrifuge so we can go ahead and get all the resources we're going to need. Once we have the soil centrifuge, we don't really need to go look for compound, resin, or a few other things, but we'll talk about that in the next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.